Hey guys, what is up? It's Voodoo here with you, and tonight we're gonna do something a little new and a little unconventional, I guess. But you know me, I'm always putting up different kind of things, new kind of things on my channel. So tonight I'm actually going to take you through and show you my collection of Pokemon cards. And yes, I mean, I'm basically have recently recaught the Pokemon bug, and you know what it is, you know what I'm talking about if you like to collect cards as a kid, and a lot of people did, especially us who are now playing video games. A lot of us collected these cards, and me and my friend Chris really have kind of gotten back into them, and I've really been working on trying to complete the original set of 150, meaning basically the base set, Jungle and Fossil, and I would like to take you through and show you the cards that I do have. I'm only missing a few. I'm close to completing the whole set. I have a few cards that I still need to get to complete it, and there might be more to come with Pokemon on my channel. I may be doing more update videos on my collection and all, because I'm actively looking to purchase cards to finish my collection, and I'm actually looking into possibly buying some booster packs well, double purpose, to try to maybe get some holos that I'd like to have, also for some nostalgia purposes. And then Chris and I's ultimate dream is to get a box, a booster box. The ones with the 36 cards, we're looking to split one. We're kind of looking at Fossil and Jungle, because we love a base set box, but those are extremely expensive. It can go for anywhere from $300 to $600, which is way too much. Jungle and Fossil go from about 150 to 200, which is more reasonable, but that's still a little bit too much for us right now. We're both kind of broke, and I haven't gotten a job yet. Summer starts in just a little bit. I'm hoping to get a job and get some more money, so maybe that down the road. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I have. Now keep in mind that I have them set up in overall number from 1 to 150. I know that you can have them set up, based on the actual collection number, but I have them set up in Pokemon number 1 to 150. And last thing before we start, the music that you hear in the background is actually Stone Temple Pilots. So I don't really care about putting ads on this video. It's whatever. I just thought it would be nice to have a little background music while we do this. It's kind of low, so I don't know how well the camera's picking it up. But if you hear it, it's Stone Temple Pilots. So, alright, let's start. So, first of all, I'm going to try to not get in my own light's way. Maybe if I got on my knees it would be better. It's still kind of blocking out the light. But anyway, I'll do my best. So we have Bulbasaur and Ivysaur. I do not have a Venusaur as of right now. I never did get one, but Chris actually has 2 holo Venusaurs that are in pretty good shape, all things considered, and I'm going to be trading for one very soon. So I will be getting the Venusaur to fill out this front page very soon. Okay, I have Charmander, Charmeleon, and of course the holo Charizard, which all my holos are in pretty good shape. The only thing that I have issues with my holos is pretty much all of them have minor scratches on the holo surface, just because they're so old. And let me bring the music a little closer, maybe you'll be able to hear it. Maybe turn it up a bit. It's really good band. Stone Temple Pilots. Alright, so you should definitely be able to hear that now. So that's pretty much the only problem with my holos, is they have slight scratches, but other than that, I mean, they're pretty much in really good condition. There's no bends or creases or anything, so that's pretty nice. So Charizard, I have Squirtle, Wartortle, and my Blastoise, which does have an unfortunate scratch. You can see it right there along running along the side right here. That's a pretty nasty scratch, but still, these are two of my favorite cards for obvious reasons. I really like those cards. So going over to the left, we have Caterpie, a Metapod, which for some reason I put the base set 2 in here. I know I have base set 1 Metapod. This was just a mistake putting the base set 2 in there. I'll fix that. I have a Butterfree from Jungle. Then of course we have Weedle, Kakuna, and one of the infamous rares in base set, which is Beedrill, which in my opinion, it's fine if it's a rare because it is a final evolution, but it should have been holo in my opinion. I think this card would have looked cool holo with that background, but they decided to not do that. So we come down here, we have Pidgeotto, another very controversial rare in the, see the star, it's a rare in base set because it's not even a final evolution Pokemon, but it was still a rare. And then we have a holo base set 2 Pidgeot, which this actually came in the mail today. For now, I'm okay that it's base set 2 because I never had a Pidgeot. Eventually, I probably will be upgrading this to a base set 1 to complete my collection. So, but I like this Pidgeot a lot, and this just came in today, so I finally have a Pidgeot. Up here we have Rattata, followed by Raticate, Spearow, a Fearow, a first edition, see first edition there, first edition Ekans, a first edition Arbok. Come down, we have a Pikachu, base set 1 Pikachu, a nice holo Raichu, which I really like a lot. I like this card. Sandshrew. Flip it over. We have a first edition Sandslash, a Nidoran female, a Nidorina, and a Nidoqueen non-holo. I would like to, at some point, obviously get this in the holo form. Nidoran male, Nidorino, and then here's one of the cards that came in today, which I've always wanted, which was a holo Nidoking. Pretty good shape, a few minor scratches, but overall, a good condition card. No bends, no creasing, tearing, anything like that, of course, all on the edges. The edges are fine. So a good looking card. I like this Nidoking. I am missing a Clefairy. I am looking right now into buying a Clefairy, but I spent a lot of money recently on cards, and so I'm kind of holding off on spending any more, especially since I want to get some boosters soon. So now this card came in the mail today. I'm really happy about this. A first edition holographic Clefable. Before today, all three of these were empty. I got the Clefable in today. First edition Jungle Clefable. This one does have a little bit more scratches than I would like since I paid for it. But overall, it's okay. It's a pretty decent looking card. It is first edition. And Clefable is not an easy card to get in Jungle. So I'm happy that I have this. So you go up here, we have a Vulpix with the famous inverted HP. All the other cards have the number then the HP. Vulpix, for whatever reason, always had HP first. I never knew why. A holo Ninetales that I did get out of a pack when I was small. A Jigglypuff. A Wigglytuff that I would like to get holo in the future. First edition Zubat. First edition Golbat. Oddish. Gloom. This is one of my favorite sets here. Gloom. And finally, this came in today as well. This is probably the best condition card that I got in the mail today. This Vileplume. This is in pretty almost mint condition. There are some small scratching, but this is probably the best condition of the cards I got today. I really like Vileplume, and I never had a Vileplume. But after today, I finally do to complete this set, which is one of my favorites. So I'm very much happy with this Vileplume. I bought two, and I'm going to use the other one to trade for Chris. Hopefully that, and I found another holographic Muck going through some stuff today, so maybe I can trade him the Muck and the extra Vileplume for the Venusaur. We'll see. But there you go. Up top, more Jungle, Paris. Parasect, Venonat, Venomoth, a rare in Jungle, which I'd like to get holo one day, Diglett, a card that came in today, Dugtrio, which I never actually had. It's a rare in base set. Did not have Dugtrio. Now I do. Meowth, Persian, and first edition Psyduck. We go up here, we have first edition Golduck, Mankey, Primeape, we have Growlithe, Arcanine, and the start of another one of my favorite evolution sets. We have Poliwag. This is Poliwhirl. And a nice holo Poliwrath that I did pull from a pack when I was a kid, so I remember pulling this out of a pack and being very excited because I really like Poliwrath. Then you have Abra, followed by Kadabra, and a holo Alakazam. You can catch the light there. There you go. Which was pulled from a pack. It's pretty cool. Machop, Machoke, and then of course the holo first edition Machamp that everyone got with the starter deck. I forget which starter deck it was, or a theme deck I should say. Oh no, it was the starter deck. It was like the Pokemon 2-person starter deck or something like that. Everybody got this card, so cool looking card, but not exactly rare. Bellsprout, Weepinbell, and a really nice holo Victreebel, which again was pulled from a pack. This card does have some scratching, but this card's actually in pretty good shape overall. I'm pretty happy with the condition of my Victreebel. Then I have first edition Tentacool, followed by Tentacruel, first edition Geodude, first edition Graveler, first edition Golem, Ponyta, Rapidash, a first edition Slowpoke, first edition Slowbro, which is one of my favorite Pokemon, or one of my favorite cards I should say, Magnemite. Then up here we have a holo Fossil Magneton. So I'd really like to get the I'd like to get the holo, well of course they're all holo in base set, but I'd like to get the base set Magneton as well to finish my base set collection. But this is a really, I can't decide if I like the fossil or base set artwork on Magneton better, but they're both real cool cards. So we have a Farfetch'd, a Doduo, a Dodrio, a Seal, and for some reason I do not have a Dugong. I'm sure I got one, I just don't know where my huge, like, you know, stacks and stacks of Pokemon cards are to go through and get a Dugong, but for whatever reason I don't have one. So I'm looking to get a Dugong. That shouldn't be too difficult. We have a first edition Grimer, and we have a holographic Muck here. And I found an extra one of these today going through. I found some old cards and I randomly got a holographic Muck. Both of those were pulled from packs, so that's pretty cool. I like this card. A first edition Shelder, a first edition Cloyster, Ghastly, and then here I have a non-holo base set 2 Haunter. So obviously I need 2 different Haunters here. Well, technically 3 if I want to complete the fossil and base set. I need the original base set Haunter, not base set 2, base set Haunter, and then the holo and non-holo editions of the fossil Haunter. So I do not have a fossil Haunter, so I need to get some of that to complete that collection. Then we have first edition Gengar, non-holo. Again, I'd like to get the holo version of Gengar. It's a cool looking card in holo. Onix, Drowsy. Here's a nice holographic Hypno from Fossil. First edition Krabby, and a Kingler. Flip it over. Now this is something pretty awesome here actually. I actually have a shadowless, sorry, this card's coming out. I have a shadowless set here of Voltorb and Electrode. These are actually shadowless cards, which is pretty amazing. I had a shadowless Electrode, Chris had a shadowless Voltorb, and he said, well, I'll just give you the shadowless Voltorb, you can give me a normal Voltorb so that you can at least have this set. So now I have a shadowless set of Voltorb and Electrode, the only two shadowless cards I have, so that's pretty awesome. Here is an Execute, Executor, Cubone, Marowak, a holographic Hitmonlee, as you can see, with a nice scratch in it at the bottom, which is really upsetting because it's a pretty cool card. A holographic Hitmonchan, which these are two cool cards. A Lickitung, which is always a weird creature. Up here, Coughing, Wheezing. Here's your Rhyhorn, your Rhydon, Tangela, and a Chansey. I have a Chansey on the way. I actually bought a Chansey off of eBay, a holo Chansey, so that's on the way. So this spot will be filled. Here's a holo Kangaskhan, which this looks like it's in pretty good shape actually. And it is. My Kangaskhan looks like it's in almost mint condition, so that's pretty cool. A nice looking Kangaskhan. First edition Horsea. First edition Seadra. Getting towards the end here, we have a Goldeen, a Seaking, a Staryu, a Starmie. Now this is Mr. Mime, and I do not have that, so I'm looking into getting a holo Mr. Mime. Here is Scyther. I'd like to get a holo Scyther. Jinx. Now this is the only Electabuzz I had actually, which is the Black Star. Sorry, the shadow is kind of. It's the Black Star promo Electabuzz. I do not have the normal Electabuzz from the base set, so I need to get that. Here's a Magmar. Here's a Pinsir. So I'd like to get a holographic one of this, because this one also, I don't know if the camera's going to get it. But there, yeah. So there, see that giant bend across the top of it there? Yeah, so this really needs to be replaced with a holographic one. Tauros, Magikarp. Two of my favorite cards coming up. Here's a nice holographic Gyarados, which is always a cool card. Then a holo Lapras. Here's a non-holo first edition Ditto, which again, I would like to replace with a holographic Ditto. But it is cool that it's first edition. Then we have Eevee. Then we have our holo Vaporeon, which unfortunately has a giant deep gouge in it. Let's see if I can show you. If the camera will pick it up. Yeah, there you go. You see it right there. See that huge gouge in it? I don't know how that happened. I'm really pissed about it. So this card definitely needs to be replaced because that's just unacceptable. But I do have one at least. Here's a holo Jolteon, which is probably one of my best conditioned cards. This thing is almost fresh out of the pack mint, which is great. So almost done. Flareon, I am bidding on one right now. Actually, I'm winning it on eBay with for a cent. I'm not making that up. I'm sorry, it's 50 cents. I'm winning with 50-cent bid on a mint holographic Flareon. So this should be replaced too soon with a real Flareon. This is the Team Rocket Dark Flareon. Porygon, which I've always liked. First edition Ammonite. An Amistar. First edition Kabuto. A nice holo Kabutops from Fossil. I like this. Oh, excuse me. Here's a cool card. A holographic first edition Aerodactyl, which is really nice looking. A Snorlax that Chris gave me. It is base set 2, so I would like to get a holo base set. That would be pretty neat. And then I am missing two of the three. Sorry, Snorlax is trying to creep out. I'm missing 2 of the 3 legendary birds. I forget which one comes first, if this is Articuno or Moltres. These are hard to come by, and they are expensive when you find them, so eventually I will get them, but yeah. Here's the one I have, Zapdos. Now this is a base set 2. I do have a non-holo fossil, but I do not have a base set 1 Zapdos, so that's something I need to get. And then here's the other legendary bird, either Moltres or Articuno, whichever one's after Zapdos. I need both of those. Here is Dratini. Dragonair, one of my favorite artworks, one of my favorite Pokemon. And then Dragonite, I only have the Black Star promo, so I do need a base set Dragonite. Those are also expensive. Some of the most expensive cards, actually. Here is my Holo Mewtwo, base set 1. This is a pretty neat card. I like this this Mewtwo. So there that is, and then yes, I have the Black Star promo Mew, which is great. So there you go. You've seen the cards. Now I'm going to show you a few of the extras I have and stuff from other base sets. Here's the Jungle Pikachu. Here's the non-holo rare Jolteon. Here's the non-holo rare Zapdos from Fossil. Here's Fossil Magmar. Here is a non-holo first edition Fossil Raichu, which is cool. Here's a non-holo Aerodactyl. Here's the first edition Fossil Ghastly. Here is a non-holo Fossil, well, Kabutops is Fossil, but there you go, non-holo Kabutops. A first edition non-holo Lapras. These are all in great condition here. Here's a non-holo Muck, but I did find another holo Muck that I have in a hard case to trade Chris at some point. Here's a non-holo Hypno. Now this is pretty cool. I actually bought this off eBay a long time ago. This is a Japanese Blaine's Charizard, and I think it just looks really sweet, so I have it back here. Now into the Team Rockets. You have Ekans from Rocket. You have a holo Dark Arbok from Rocket. It's a cool card. Machop from Rocket. Dark Machoke. Squirtle. Rocket. A Dark Wartortle. Whoops. Here's a Diglett from Rocket. I do not like the artwork on this Diglett at all. I'm sorry, I really don't. Here's a Dratini from Rocket. I do like the artwork on this. I also like the artwork on the Dark Dragonair. Here's the Rocket Grimer. Dark Muck. Abra, who's like impaling himself for some reason on the top of this sharp building. I don't really get that, but okay. Dark Kadabra. Oddish. Dark Gloom. I like this card a lot. Here's a card that I randomly just found. I pulled it out from behind my original Hitmonchan. This is as you can see, a holo base set 2 Hitmonchan, which is cool. There's the different sparkles for base set 2. Rocket Coughing. I don't know why the Hitmonchan's in the middle of all this rocket stuff. I just didn't have a place to put it. Coughing. First edition Rocket Meowth. Eevee. Dark Charmeleon, this is some of my favorite artwork on any card, is this Dark Charmeleon from Rocket. I really like that. Mankey, which is drawn by the same guy who drew this Diglett. I don't like his style of art. Who drew these? This was Sumiyoshi Kizuki. I don't really like his style. I think they're kind of silly looking, but that's just me. Drowsy. Voltorb. Rattata. Here's all the start of my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, which I won't be showing. Rocket Magnemite. Rocket Zubat. And then the Black Star promo Pikachu from the movie. So that's it. Pretty long video, but I went through all the stuff. So yeah, when I get some more cards like this Venusaur here, which I'll be getting probably next week, or what other cards should I be getting soon? Oh, the Flareon, the let's see, Flareon. What was the? Oh, Chansey. Chansey is on the way. It's been shipped, so it should be here any day. When I get those and a couple more cards, I will probably make another video showing you guys those cards, and then as I become serious and I really want to finish each set, I'll probably reorganize them into the numbers based on their set. As you can see here from the card, if I can get it to focus, you see you have the number Pokemon. That's how they're organized now, number 1 and then number 2. But they also have this tiny number down here, like 44 out of 102. This is the base set number, so I may organize them by base set or by set number once I start collecting them, and then put like the trainers and stuff in here. I just didn't bother with the trainers, putting them in here because the trainers are pretty boring, but if I'm going to complete the set, I need to put the trainers in here. So this may get reorganized, and look in the future, I am at some point definitely going to get some booster packs. I really hope one day that Chris and I, we're just going to keep our eyes open and hope for a steal. To get one of those booster boxes pretty cheap. It's most likely going to be Jungle or Fossil, but I'd really also like to get a Team Rocket booster box. I'd even be okay with a base set 2 booster box, or I definitely want a Neo Genesis box, because I really regret not collecting the second generation Pokemon, because I look at them now and I really like them, but I think that's the time when I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I did enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! But now I kind of regret it and wish I had stuck with Pokemon and done the Neo sets, because they're really good sets of cards. So I'd really like to get my hands eventually on a Neo Genesis set, or start my collection of the Neo cards, but those are highly expensive as well, so I don't know, everything in this world costs money, and there's no cheap hobby. So I have a lot of hobbies, unfortunately, like video games, astronomy with the telescope, this now that I've re-picked up, you know, and then I have to pay for a lot of other things like presents, you know, for birthdays, anniversaries, all that good stuff. I have to pay for myself to eat, so yeah, I need to get a job, and I'm trying, but yeah. So, alright, I don't want to ramble on too much, so there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed it, something a little different, but hopefully something that you guys can get some nostalgia out of, and yeah, expect more to come from Pokemon in the future, and I'll keep you guys up to date. So thanks, and I hope you enjoyed the music of Stone Temple Pilots. They're a pretty awesome band, so yeah, I'll see you guys later.